What's going on? Welcome back to Planet Podcast. This episode is going to be about crypto. Yes, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Luna, Lunatics, all that shit, NFTs, all of it. I'm going to talk about it because it is in my Google News feed. There's an article that just popped up right here. From 10 billion to zero, how a crypto hedge fund collapsed and dragged many investors down with it. That is Three Arrows Capital triggered a downward spiral that wrapped in many crypto investors. Now, I say this in my Discord, and I say this people that I know, that I think cryptocurrency is probably going to end up being one of the biggest scams or schemes of this generation. And I think it's going to take NFTs in with it. And I say that because if we think about what the cryptocurrency really is and what it's valued at and how it got there and what we're using it for, none of it really makes any sense. Now, I get it. You can say, well, the crypto is the blockchain. You put stuff on the blockchain and it's a way to parse data or transfer money or whatever, and it's more efficient, et cetera, et cetera. But we don't, look, 99% of us have no idea what that even means, the blockchain. We literally probably think of it as like blocks in a chain. It's just data, right? And we don't really understand it. We just know that for some reason we own it in a monetary sense, right? So if we want to think of it as data, why is it so expensive to own it? Why is it so expensive? Why is it so volatile? Why does it go up and down? And then what I come at it is that we took something that didn't exist. We created it, right? It's blockchain. It's digital form of currency. And then at one point in time, it was worth like a fraction of our actual currency. And then it went up and it got to be worth more than our actual currency. And then it got to be worth, I don't know, 65,000 times our actual currency. And at that point, it doesn't really make any sense anymore. And even valued right now, Bitcoin at $20,000 or whatever it's trading at as of today, it's still like one Bitcoin is worth 20,000 US dollars. It seems kind of ridiculous, right? To own one of them, or Ethereum, where it's, was at 4,000 times. It doesn't make any sense. And then you have NFTs wrapped into it. When it was just Bitcoin, okay, you trade it like a stock, but it doesn't really have any inherent value. All right, so it's not really a company. It's like, and then they're mining it. The whole thing, the whole gist of it, and maybe this sounds ignorant, and I'm pretty tech savvy, but if you were to break it down to me like I was a 2-year-old, would it make any sense? And the answer is probably no. And therein lies my problem with it. Now, I get it. People wrote it up. We had these momentum plays with Dogecoin and Shiba and all Luna, all these things that ran up, 100, 300% days. People just buying it like crazy. It's not easy to buy. It's not easy to spend. It's not easy to get rid of. It costs money to buy. It costs money to send. It costs money to sell. All of these things. And you had all of the little crypto trading platforms pop up, and they're getting a little chunk of the pie, and everyone's making hand over fist money, and then all of a sudden, rug pull, right? So we have this weird thing happening where we've inflated this thing. We're talking about inflation. We inflated Bitcoin up to outer space, and it came back down. So I feel like investing in Bitcoin and investing in crypto, super dangerous game. Maybe long term, if people start adopting it, we can use it to buy stuff. We really can't buy much with it. Maybe then it has a purpose or utility. The second part to that, that's a problem for me, is NFTs. I understand completely the idea of the NFT, the idea of a non-fungible digital contract, right? I create one contract. It is the thing. It's like owning a deed to something. I completely get it. Makes complete sense. What doesn't make complete sense is that anyone can turn any single thing into an NFT and sell it to somebody with no inherent contractual value. So everyone who is buying JPEGs and PNGs of all kinds of random things, and you see it on TikTok, I'm going to release my collection of 10,000 or 20,000 mice, and they all have different faces, and you can buy them with your crypto, your Ethereum or your Solana or whatever it is that you want to purchase it with. The idea that those would sustain value long term with no contractual benefit or utility didn't make any sense. Right now you have a ton of people underwater. You have companies and hedge funds underwater in Bitcoin with the sell-off. You have people holding NFTs that are worthless. All of this, when you look at it from the outside in, you go, well, how does that go up in value? What gives it value? The only thing that gives it value is people say it's valuable. It's really it. It's a non-tangible, non-fungible thing. You constantly mine more of it, and at some point you're going to have more supply than there is demand. The price goes down, right? We need more demand than supply to drive the price up, but we constantly mine it. I don't understand how it's going to go up. I only foresee it going back down into something that makes sense in the real world, not the digital world. You say, oh, but Meta has the metaverse and everything's going to be in digital. Well, the metaverse hasn't really popped off. People were buying digital land in the metaverse. You're buying land in a video game. This is what's happening. It's kind of wild to think that that stuff is worth more than land in the physical world. But I don't see it. I can put on my VR set. I have an Oculus. I can put it on. And I really can't do anything in the metaverse that makes any sense for me to even own crypto. So I believe, and maybe this video will not age well. It's July 11, 2022. I believe that crypto is going to be an inherent problem long term. And that we're going to see a lot of people suffer at the hands of giant sell-offs. Some people are going to make a ton of money off of the masses, which is what tends to happen in situations like this. A small percentage make a lot of money off of the large percentage of people. I hope that doesn't happen to everybody. But if you look back on YouTube and just look at Bitcoin videos from a year ago, or even like 9 months ago, everyone was saying Bitcoin to 100K, Bitcoin to 100K, Bitcoin to whatever, you know, all of these things, the Dogecoin to $1. And those videos did not age well. We went nowhere near 100K. And I said, if you look back at some of the videos that I made, in order for Bitcoin to get to $100,000, the influx of actual liquid, real, tradable currency into the market would be astronomical. Trillions upon trillions of dollars ingested into that. Where does that money come from? Who has it? The mass retail buyers don't have it. It has to be larger positions. And those people aren't making money on it. They're making money on stocks, real companies, real investments, real estate, real tangible things, not the non-fungible things. Now, there are people that made a ton of money off non-fungible tokens. More power to them. They made it. They got it in and out, and they were done. And on the other side of that are people holding it back. Let me know what you think. That's my analysis on crypto. I'm not going to tell you what price point I think it's going to go to. I'll look it up right now if I can. Wants me to log in for some reason, and Webull keeps logging me out. If you'd like to trade stocks and bonds, Webull is it 19.8 is what Bitcoin is currently trading at. 19,820. It's not that much. Not compared to 64,000. I'm just saying. Could be worse. Gonna be worse. Probably a lot worse. But if you'd like to learn about investments, trading, stocks, options, I don't really do crypto. I do have videos about buying and selling crypto, but I don't trade it myself. Check out the links below. Leave me some comments. Let's talk about it. See you next time.